Okay, Prakhar.
Hi everyone, welcome to today's knowledge session. And the topic of today's knowledge session is Introduction to Apache Beam. And I'll be showing you the knowledge etiquettes. Asif, next ring. We have to join the session 5 minutes prior to the session start time. We start on time and conclude on time. Make sure to submit a constructive feedback for all session as it is very helpful for the presenter. Keep your mobile phones in silent mode. Feel free to move out of the session in case you need to attend an urgent call. Avoid unwanted chit chat during the session. Your next screen, Asif. Welcome to today's agenda. Welcome to today's agenda. What is Apache Beam? Why Apache Beam? Fundamentals of Apache Beam, architecture of Apache Beam, Beam programming model, and we'll be showing you a demo on Apache Beam. So, what is Apache Beam? So, Apache Beam is created with two words. As you can see, it's batch plus stream, and it demonstrates that it is a unified programming model for batch and stream data processing jobs. And it also provides a software development kit to define and construct data processing pipelines as well as runners to execute them. So Apache Beam is also designed to provide a portable programming layer. Apache Beam raises portability and flexibility. We focus on our logic rather than underlying details. Moreover, we can also change the data processing backend at any time. So we can also use different programming languages which are supported by Apache Beam. The most used are Java and Python, and we can also use them in Go and Scala SDKs as well. Uh, Next screen, Asif. So an Apache Beam pipeline is an ordered graph of different operations, or we can also call them transformations for a data processing workflow. Apache Spark, Apache Flame, Apex, Google Data Flow, and Apache Sansa are some of the well-known frameworks supported by Beam at the moment. Why should we use Apache Beam? So Apache Beam is portable. We can use the same code with different runners. We can use them on different runners such as Spark, Flink, and we have to use the same code and we can run these code by different runners. So we don't have to change them each and every time according to our implementations. And Apache Beam is unified, same unified model for batch and stream processing, while others do so via separate APIs. We don't have to use other APIs in Apache Beam, and we can like use differently for batch and stream data processor. And extensible model and SDKs. Extensible API can define custom sources to read and write in parallel. uh, and Apache Beam is also execution platform agnostic and data agnostic and programming agnostic. So fundamental concepts of Apache Beam. So Apache Beam consists of a pipeline. So all the operations, inputs and outputs are defined in the scope of a pipeline. It is also possible to configure where and how to run a pipeline. Apache Beam's fundamentals consist of P collection, which is an immutable collection of elements of a specific time, which also means that we cannot change them once initiated instantiated. It can contain either a bounded or an unbounded number of elements. A P collection is the input and output for each P transform. A P transform is an operation that needs to be performed on a single data element. It takes an input P collection and transforms it into zero or more output P collections. A runner translates the Beam pipeline into the compatible API of the chosen distributed processing backend, such as Direct Runner, Apache Flink, or Apache Spark. So, Asif, So architecture of Apache Beam. So write the pipeline in your choice of programming languages, SDKs. So we can use Java, Python, or Go. And the next step of the Apache architecture consists of runner APIs. So it converts the language generic standard, which can be consumed by execution engines. Next are the runners that are like function APIs, which provides language specific SDKs worker, which act as an RPC interface or UTFs that are embedded in the pipeline as a specific function. The selected runner executes the pipeline on underlying resources, and the right choice of the runner is the key for efficient execution. And we have to choose the runner according to our needs, that what would be the more efficient runner in our particular case. Next slide. So Asif would be taking over from here.
Yeah, sure. So about Apache Beam programming model, so there are three considerations when developing an Apache Beam pipeline, like how or where is your input data stored and how are you going to read it. So we have multiple sources where our data would be stored, like we have cloud storage, or we have like in memory database, or into BigQuery, or we also have in our local system, like we have a file, then we how we are going to read it, like we have multiple functions like text, write from text, or sorry, read from text, or read from the cloud storage. So we can use them. And what transformations are required, for example, to do general beam operators meet the data transformation needs, or is it necessary to write custom transformers using Pardot? Like we also can transform our p collection like using simple map elements, or we can use our custom transformations using Pardot. So the third point is like what will be the output format be, and where will it be stored, so that you can decide what transforms need to be applied. So like we have we can have our p collection in, like it can be string p collection, it can be integers. So what output your what format your output be. So as you can see in the diagram here, like we are reading our data from the database, like it is called read transform, and then every transform returns a new p collection, we as Prakar said, like p collection is an immutable p collection, so we cannot change our existing p collection. Every transform returns a new p collection. So here as you can see, after transform it returns a new p collection, and then we can write our p collection into the database or like cloud storage. So about the p transforms, so it is a step in the pipeline taking p collection as input and produce the p collections. So every time you perform a transform, then it will returns a new p collection. So these are core transforms, common transformation provided using Pardot and group by key and etc. There are like group by key and composite transforms, composite transforms combine multiple transforms, such as counting or combining elements in a collection. Like we also can combine our p collections, like we have two p collections, as you can see in the diagram. Like after reading the data, like we are reading names of from the database, like we have names from that starts with letter A, and that some of them it starts with letter B. So here we can perform a p transform, and getting two p collections, like with a letter A and with letter B. So we also can combine these p collection into single p collection. So here IO transforms endpoints of a pipeline to create p collections, or use p collections to write data outside of the pipeline. So let's move on to the demo part. So here we have two files like txt, txt.csv, and we have the customer. So here we have information of customer like id, first name, last name, and the city. So let me first show the. So first we will filter some customers. So I will call it filter beam. So let me introduce you to first. These are the dependencies that we need to add to work with the Apache Beam. So Beam SDK Java core and the Beam runners direct Java. So we are using a direct runner. Like as we have discussed before, like we can run our pipeline into multiple runners, like it can be Apache Spark or Apache Flink. So here we are using uh, direct runner. So let me create a object of pipeline here. Dot create, and now we have our pipeline object. So we will perform some apply operations, transform to read the data from our file. So as here we have a text file. In this text file we have 4 lines of text. So I will read it. So we have text.io dot read from. So I will give the content root path of the file. So it returns a new p collection. So I also can store this p collection into a p collection, like, sorry. So it will return a string p collection. So we can take it into a variable, or we can just perform directly the another another p collection here. So I will get the data, like I have read the data from this file and get into this p collection. So I will perform some p transform into this p collection. So like first we will see how to, oh sorry, how to filter. So I will filter using filter method, filter by. Okay, we will go for the simple example, like we have input dot contains. So I will filter this data by using uh, sorry. So we are reading the customer data. So in customer data I am filtering, like I want to get the customers whose city name like Los Angeles. So I will filter by city name. So if this line contains this one, then it will returns that data. So I will just perform another p transform to write the data in another file. So we have text.io dot write. Let me format it. So to I will provide the path of the file where it will be stored. So output will be the name of the file. We have with suffix means what would be the extension of the file. So we have .csv and the num starts. So we just want one file. So let me run it. Oh, sorry. I have not started the pipeline, so I just need to run the pipeline. So I forget that. Now it will run. Okay, as you can see, the new file is created here. So we have get the data, like those customers have the Los Angeles. So we also can add the like header, like with header, because we are playing with the CSV file. So we have here like ID, the first name and the last name and city. ID, first name, last name and city. Okay, so let me rerun it again. So it will override. As you can see, like we got the header here, like, so let me change it. Like it will filter by using I am like which file contains the Los Angeles, so I am filtering with this. So similarly we also can filter with phonics. So let me give you another example for like how we can capitalize the words. So I will create a new pipeline. As Sam, we will read this, and I also can give the name of this transform, like I am reading read file. So I will give the name read file, and then text I dot read. So from, so now we will read this file, and we will capitalize all the words here in this file. So let me copy the path of this file, content root, and then we will, oh sorry, okay, so we will perform I will just perform the another transform directly. I will not get it into the another variable. Like we also can take this in a variable, like in a p collection variable. So I will just apply the two transforms here, like apply map elements, and we have type descriptors dot strings, but via. So we will give a lambda expression here. So lambda function, so the input will be string to uppercase. We just need to use this function. So now I will write it into a file, and give the path of the file. Now it would be output 2. Now we will run our pipeline. Let's run. So we have another file here. As you can see, like we have capitalized all the words, so it works like that. So any question? Hello. uh,
Yes, Asif, you're audible. Guys, if you have
yeah,
any
okay.
questions, please feel free to talk to Asif and Prakhar regarding the topic. If
Yeah.
you have any questions, queries, if you want to share your thoughts, please, the floor is open now. And Asif and Prakhar will be spotlighting two of you for the most interactive participation. So please utilize this opportunity and have a conversation, guys.
So, uh, the session. Yeah, I hope I am audible, right?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yes, Manish.
So, Prakhar, one question from my side. Actually, I was not able to unmute myself in Teams. So, generally, we have pipelines as backend runners usually Spark, Flink, Samja, and other runners, right? So, what runner do you recommend? I mean, I know that it is as per the use case, and we also have different runner as a Java, right? But do you think Java in real time scenario is a default runner will work, or we'll have to choose as per our use case?
Yeah, we have to choose as per our use case. Like we are as we are using data flow in our project. So like you want to run your pipeline into the data flow, then you can go for data flow. So the advantage of pipeline is that like you can run your pipeline on any platform. Like it can be a Apache Flink or Spark, or it can be a cloud data flow. So
Yeah, I just wanted to add in this that irrespective of the runners, we have to write this Apache Beam code at once, and we can configure the runners accordingly after. Like we don't have to change the code. If we have to change the runners, so yeah, we can also we are using direct runners in our project as well, and we are also using Google Cloud Data Flow as well. And yeah, so it's according to the needs, and secondly, if you want to modify your runners, then you can do POCs that what suits your needs best. And there is no change in code, the third thing. So yeah.
Yeah, that is the major advantage that we have to code once, right?
Yeah, that's the
And
reason.
yeah, in case of any like changes in the backend runners, like Spark updates its library, right, and becomes 3.0. So it has support of all of the versions or only the few versions, which is
The
earlier.
versions, I think, Manish, the versions also gets updated with the Apache Beam versions. So internally, it updates the Spark, and whatever updates it gets of the runners, it updates it in its own versions when the updates are available.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Prakhar and Asif.
Thank
It
you.
was very interactive demo and like explaining all the use cases. I hope everybody got
Thank you.
a good insight of the beam.
Anyone wants to add another question, guys? So Bharti, I don't think they are asking any questions, so I think everything is clear.
Yes, Prakhar. But I think we'll have to have the session live for at least 2 more minutes because we can't close before 30 minutes. So if you
Okay,
can
okay.
share some more insights about the topic or anybody can come up with a different question, the
Yeah,
floor is open.
yeah, we have more 2 minutes.
Okay, actually we didn't know the minimum limit, so yeah. We tried to keep it as simple and short as possible so that you guys can understand
Fine.
it on the shortest of time. Yeah.
Okay, Prakhar, one more question from my side. So, do you have any quick start template like we'll have in Spring Boot or so, right? Where you get the code and you can start from there in Apache Beam. So,
I actually updated a tech hub on the same. If you're trying to ask me that if you want some kind of link or some kind of like reference, so I can share you the tech hub link as well. Or if you're asking for generalized purpose that if anyone wants to use it as Spring Boot, so I don't think there is uh, like what would we say that
initializers that we have.
yeah
Okay.
initializer type of thing that we can like directly get the dependencies. Yeah.
And how about the community support? So, generally, you get ask question and you get support on the community for Apache
So
Beam.
the thing is that the community is more wider for Java audience, and especially for Apache Beam, and Python SDK supports quite comparatively less programming and programming features. Only the basic map elements, pardos, and filters. These kind of stuffs are supported by Python, but the community is like I think on the Java side, it's more preferably more kind of the community is doing like great feedbacks on your request.
Yeah, Java on top, and second number is like Python.
Python.
Yeah, it is other way around for other frameworks. Like I have seen this right pattern going on for previous data processing pipelines and frameworks as well. Like if you compare Spark, right? There's a
Hmm.
Spark is written in Scala. It has a great support for Scala, and rest
Yeah.
other R Python are on the second number. So it have yeah it generally driven by the people who contribute to the Beam library, right? And
Yeah.
so whoever has majority, right, they start in that direction.
So actually, like we learned this like from like 7 to 8 months before. So the like comparatively to that, like from where we started and the support for Python to now, so it's also drastically changed. So I think that it's improving, but not like comparatively with the pace of Java. It's not improving like yeah, so the support for Java is much more, and new updates and everything, that is the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Asif and Prakhar. Yeah. Anybody else who wants to ask anything?
Please feel free to ask, otherwise I think we have met the time and we can.
So, anybody has any more questions?
So as we are at the end, so Asif and Prakhar, it was a quick and precise session that you delivered, and thank you, and I appreciate you for covering the topics and yeah, for the session.
Thank you, Nivas.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Prakhar and Asif.
Thank
Thanks.
you, Manish.
Thank you, Manish.
Thank you, L&D team, for organizing such an awesome learning experience.
Thanks, Asif. Thanks, Prakhar. And thanks, everybody, for attending the session. See you all soon.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.